Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy DC coming to you live with today's DFSCheatSheet.com breakdown of October 11, 2018's NHL content. But before I go into my breakdown, let me just go ahead and remind y'all, go ahead and visit us at DFSCheatSheet.com. We got exclusive deal going on right now for NBA. $200 get you the luxury box package, which includes optimizer access as well as daily cash lines and exclusive content from all the coaches. All right, let me go ahead and I'm going to start off with recommended stacks. We'll start off with the high-owned stacks. I think Tampa Bay's line 1 and line 2 are going to come in really high-owned today. Tampa Bay's line 1 is Pallet, Stamkos, Kucherov, and Hedman. Their line 2 is going to be Gordy, Point, Johnson, and McDonough. The Canucks are allowing the second highest danger scoring chances in the league. They're going to be facing an extremely hungry Tampa Bay Lightning team that has only played one game this season, so they're continuing to look to prove themselves. The Canucks have major issues throughout their lineup. No one's ever going to doubt the skills of the young kids like Elias Peterson and Bo Havard, but man, they're just young and inexperienced, and Tampa Bay's hungry. So I really like both those lines. The second line that should be pretty chalky today, Toronto's first line and Toronto's second line, which is going to be Hyman, Tavares, Marner, and Riley, or Kapanen, Matthews, Marleau, and Riley. I can't blame you for using either one of these. I prefer line 2 because I love Matthews. Matthews is on fire. Riley is a lock, cash, and GPPs. That dude's just unstoppable right now. I've talked a great deal throughout my videos about Toronto's top 2 lines anytime they're on the slate. They're producing a rate I've never seen before. Like I said in the last video, Toronto is just the Golden State Warriors of the NHL right now. Nobody matches up with them man for man. Nobody can hold them down. They're tight, lines 1 through 3. They got a really good solid core. You could mix and match to get exposure if you wanted to, instead of solely stacking lines. You could go Matthews, Tavares, Marner, and Riley. And I wouldn't blame you for going that route either. My mid-level ownership stacks, I really like Florida 2, which is going to give you Herbodeau, Trocheck, and Hoffman. Trocheck probably isn't very used to playing with 2 wingers who had the high level of Herbodeau and Hoffman. So this year is his first chance to get out there and ball out like that. But the dude's eating, man. Dude's a monster. Preseason to start the season, dude's looking really good. My next line that's like mid-level ownership stacks would be the San Jose line 1, which would be Kane, Pavelski, LeBlanc, and Burns. Everybody on there is on fire right now, except for Burns. Burns has been kind of let down to start the season. But you got to imagine that a dude with his talent, his ability to play the game, the way he sees the ice, you got to know that sooner or later he's going to get it together. My low ownership stacks, I like Edmonton 1, which is going to be Nugent Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Ty Ratty with Clefbaum. I think this could be one of the few times I'll be able to put Edmonton's top line in the low ownership category. And that's just because most fans are familiar with DFS NHL. Boston's top line or like Pasternak, Bergeron, and Marchand are among a few of the best defensive trios in the league. But adding the facts that this game will be at the TD Garden and the fact that the Oilers are coming off a ridiculous opening game less than a week ago in Europe, I don't think many people are going to be on the Oilers tonight. Nashville, I know they let everybody down, but the team's solid. You got Forsberg, Johansson, Arvidsson, and Stepan. Like, come on, these people are super talented. There's no way that they're going to let us down 2 nights in a row. I think there'll be extremely low ownership because they let us down yesterday, but I know they'll ball out today. My dart throw, oh my goodness, GPP only, is going to be Pit 3, which is going to be Simon, Brassard, and Rust. I mean, the Penguins are smoking hot. They should come out on fire. If you want to get some exposure to them, but you don't want to break the bank, I think those guys are the best way to go. Some individual one-offs or some individual options you can add for value and stuff like that into your lineups. I like Kasperi Kapanen from Toronto. I like Brett Connolly from Washington. I love Yamamoto from Edmonton. $3,100 on DK, $3,400 on FanDuel. He had an outstanding preseason, and he should get a lot of time on the ice today. Philippe Hornrich from Detroit. He's a defender from Detroit. They got a lot of injuries right now in Detroit, so this dude should get a lot of time on the ice. Ryan Murray from CBJ. He's only $3,100 on DK, $3,700 on FanDuel. You're rarely going to be able to play a guy who may get the opportunity to net 25 minutes of ice time at this price. I mean, there's no Seth Jones available. Murray's taking on a bigger role for the Blue Jackets for the first time in the John Tortorella era. He'll get a fewer power play minutes with the second unit, but we want him around in the order for him to get some cheap shots, block shots. So yes, he's again more of a DK punt. For goalies, GPP only, man. GPP only. Casey DeSmith from the Penguins. Dude's garbage, but the Penguins should win. Hopefully you throw him in a GPP and he gives a couple stops and the Penguins pour it on. Vasilevsky from the Lightning. Dude's your cash game lock. Like, don't even ask me questions. Don't even consider it. Just put that dude in your cash lineup and build around him. Another GPP only option that I like tonight is going to be Devin Dubovnik from the Wild. He's facing a really good team, but to do some install it, man, he's been standing on his head, so he should be able to get you the win. And my final GPP punt is going to be Carey Price. No, I don't think anybody's going to be on Carey Price, but the dude's a beast. So let's go ahead and lock him in and see if we can't get the win for the team. Once again, this your boy DFS. This your boy from DFSCheatSheet.com, DC. I'm the NHL content provider. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And once again, check out our site and see if you guys like what you see.